I can't remember what happened. Hello, welcome to AFA Season 2, Episode 6, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, 6. 6 is
You
what I
wrote
wrote on the
6.
thing. Yeah,
6 is what you wrote, so
Yeah,
assuming that's correct.
6 is what you wrote.
details, schmeetails. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't got my campaign notes up. That'd help, wouldn't it? What? Don't be harsh on me. I'm new. I know that's code file. I don't want to. Right. So, who's going to recap us for whatever happened last week? Don't say me because I haven't a clue.
I did last week, so no.
So basically, we went to the ball. We saw the naked man wasn't really naked, but wearing our previous PC's skin as a suit. Then apparently, they went a little bit harder than expected on the fireworks, as in they let a whole volcano get loose on the valley. And we said, oh shit, that's a lot. So we escaped and met a young lady, Lady Beaver, that managed to get us into her carriage and bring us to safety in Mr. Silverbraid Mansion. Then we had breakfast with him and basically says, I generally do not give a shit about you lot because I'm going to do what I'm going to do, which is taking this hot balloon and fly overseas to get a shitload of nostrum. I wasn't able to remember the name. And then turn into a fucking dragon junkie. Well, is already ahead on the junkie part. And then we said, all right, I mean, he's going to fly away. We got to find a way to stop him. Meanwhile, during this whole conversation, Zeeves tried to get the balloon running, but unexpectedly, no one of Silverbraid's lackey wasn't willing to blow the balloon up for him, which is unfortunate. But then we went to Miss Lady Beaver's house, and we had this drink that was really, really alcoholic. And then we decided that maybe we could use those barrels to, of course, we eyed them first on the metal plate that is going to carry Mr. Silverbraid away. And hopefully the coals will set them on fire so that it will die while flying away. That's what we were hoping for. But I don't know. I do believe we managed to bring some barrels back, even though
we brought them all back.
Yeah, we weren't able to bring the cart back because the bridge was a little bit unservable.
I believe you have the horse off it, though. Or was it 2 horses?
2 horses.
I believe there were 2 horses, no carriage. And
definitely no carriage, but yeah, horses, barrels.
And all the barrels we could manage. Help me, guys, a little bit. I don't believe anything happened, but I don't recall exactly.
We ended up. Yeah, we got back there, and it was all smoky and sort of foggy with all the sort of volcanic smoke and so on.
Oh, yeah.
And we had decided, or the plan had been, to store some of these highly volatile bottles in amongst the sort of bonfire that was being built for this balloon. So when it was nicely up in the air, the balloon would explode and this lord would go kaboomy.
Earth-shattering kaboom.
Earth-shattering kaboom, which means not only would we have completed our mission, we would also have plausible deniability, which is that's a good bonus.
Okay, so who's going to attempt to try and sneak these vases in? It's going to be hide and sneak skill to do it.
I've got 1 in that.
Okay.
I've also got one, but I've got a decent hand, so I'm happy to take it if no one else wants to.
Yeah, I just got the one.
Also, I've got some
So-
XP, and I kind of fancy putting some XP in this if I succeed.
Okay. I'm just going to make the difficulty one because it's not terribly hard. And I have drawn a 7.
Good card, but not quite the one I wanted.
Make that count.
Damn right.
Actually, that might be more anyway. Hold on, brain's not working. Yes, actually it is. Okay.
If you need assistance, I believe Finny can twerk so that he
No,
draws
it's good.
attentions away from you.
It's good. I am ready.
Okay.
Did I hear you right? Did I,
Oh,
did I hear
yes!
By
Right.
one. Jesus.
That's what we
Christ,
like.
that was
Okay.
fucking-
Well, your effect is 7, so I'll allow you to sneak up to 7 of these vases onto this fire.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be more than enough. Sure.
Yeah, that's
How-
definitely going to be earth-shattering.
So, how many do you want to put into place?
Might as well put 7.
Okay. I believe you were carrying 2 vases each. That leaves you 1 vase in your personal stash.
Yeah, for emergency.
No, we had more than 2 each because we
Oh,
we
yeah,
did
yeah,
the milk mead thing. We had
Okay.
4 each.
We can use them for the
Oh.
party. Saying, well, we bought something for your goodbye party.
Okay.
For your see you fucker party.
Yeah, so you get 7 in place then before there's too many people around the balloon because they're starting to set it up for launch. And what they basically do is they tie some guide ropes to it and basically hold it in an unflated shape over this metal disc, which is roped to the balloon.
Yeah.
Then they build the fire in place and stuff, and then some poor sod comes along and starts lighting it. Out comes Count Silverbraid. And
Count now, not Lord.
Sorry, Lord Silverbraid. Sorry, I got confused because
It's
in the
been
very
demoted.
first episode ever, he was actually called Count Vladimir of Arwen. And then I forgot his name and had to make up a new one. So
Maybe
the
that's
whole-
both his names. He's got multiple aliases.
Maybe that Ravalwin is his actual name, and Lord Silverbraid is like his title.
could well be Civilus Silverbraid, but yes. So anyway, he gets onto the metal disc, and he doesn't seem to be bothered by tonight's supposed party at his place. As far as you can tell, no one's turned up anyway, which might relate to the volcano, except somebody appears to be walking through the entrance now, just as the fire is starting to get going.
Well, do we recognise them?
It's a bit hard to see for all the murky fogginess. They're certainly quite sizable. Whoever they are has got considerable silhouette to them. Do any of you approach the person?
That's a big one.
Yeah, I'll go over and offer him one of the drinks of that special stuff.
Yeah, get King Bible.
Okay, anybody else going over with Finny?
Go
on.
Literally
I'm
going
going
to feed
so
them
that-
gasoline.
Yeah, I'll go over with him.
So you're all
Yeah,
going over.
To put between us
I'm-
a little bit more of a distance.
I'm
Mark
tempted
the
to
blast.
Keep away
watch
from the
from where I
balloon
am,
when it goes
actually,
up.
just in case.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
I'd rather keep
Okay.
watch from a distance for now, just in case say someone
Okay,
else
so
comes.
3
and
of you
see.
get closer. Zeev is still closer, as it were, to the balloon.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it is that there's an almighty whoosh sound. And what's basically happened, these rum-top containers one of them has ignited, and what's actually happened, rather than explode, it's kind of behaved a bit more like an afterburner, as this essentially rocket fuel is funneling out of the top of this rum-top container. The whole balloon just kind of lurches up into the air, and the Silver Braid starts panicking. He goes, "Cut the guide ropes!" And they are immediately cut. And then the rest of you get this illuminated face of this person you've just gone up to as you're trying to sort of make them out through all the murky smoke. Their face is momentarily illuminated as this afterburner kicks in. And do you remember the guy who you got the boat lift off with the blue skin and had the torch?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else are you
it's
doing way
him.
up here?
It's
The
him.
one
He's
that-
walked in. He's carrying a great big axe, and he sees the balloon take off, and he goes, "Yeah, damn it."
We know. First of all, glad meeting you again. We're glad to
How you
see you
doing?
again, mate. We know where it's going, so it's just a matter of time. It's not like we stole the prey out of your grasp.
I would sort of like have a drink. Oh, reach up.
Thank you. So, what have you killed since we last met?
Our sense of humor, our sense of pride.
Our DM hopes and dreams.
Yes, our hopes and dreams, our sense of fashion,
A little bit of our dignity, maybe.
a lot of our dignity.
We did
let's
we
be
did
fair.
fight some dog wares, by the way, and sort
Oh
of
yeah,
lived.
those two.
Oh
yes.
yeah, rabid poodles.
The village of hairy people.
Yes,
Very bad hair. Yes, I killed them.
yes.
Then I killed the hill.
You killed the hill.
I realized I'd
Oh.
never killed one before.
Oh, so that's all the bleeding that caused this mess around these parts.
Yes, I thought that was quite interesting. Never knew a hill could bleed like that.
Yeah, me neither. Out of thin air. Good job, mate.
It's causing a few problems, actually.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say bleeding, more like releasing toxic gases.
No, it was definitely bleeding, mate.
Its blood is leaving a lasting impression. Unfortunately, the main lasting impression it's leaving is us, because we're lasting in here because we can't get fucking out.
But how did you get in? If you got
Here's the
in,
thing.
surely we can get out.
I walked in.
I
How the-
glance at his legs.
Through the hill's blood.
We thought we were surrounded by the lava. There
Who
was no
told
way
you
out.
that?
Oh, I think it was him.
Mrs. Beaver. We're all right up
Right.
here, she said.
Just to say, guys, this might actually have turned out even better for us. Because if he's going that high into the sky because of all the jet fuel and everything, he's gonna pass out in the low oxygen, and he's gonna faint, and he's gonna fall out, and then he's just gonna plummet to his death. Even more plausible deniability for us. It's gonna look like a tragic accident.
He does not look like the type of person who needs a lot of oxygen.
Yes. It's going to look like a tragic accident.
Having said that, it could maybe delay him landing if he stays up too far or overshoots. So perhaps we have that advantage.
It's just not going to plan at the moment, and I'm worried that
It's going
it's just
perfectly to plan.
It's
Not really, mate.
Hey,
I should have
I am
I should have just
refusing-
learnt how to use a crossbow like everybody else.
I am
Where is the
refusing
balloon at this point
to
in time?
allow-
It's still launching up.
It's gone out of your sight, so it went up at a very fast rate of knots.
No big booms, no anything.
You haven't heard or seen anything since it left your sight.
He's went suborbital.
Yeah, it took off very quickly.
Well, possibly Martin's going to be right if the other jars kick in the same sort of way.
And in tonight's production of After Forever After, the part of Lord Silverbraid has been played by William Shatner.
So you
Well-
were willing to get a trophy out of...
I gathered he was the most proficient human on this face of the world shard. So, there's a city of dwarves over there. I shall go find their strongest one. And he walks off.
Good luck with that.
Oi, hey! Before you go, where did you get in to the city?
I just walked.
Yes, but
Yes,
which
but
direction?
From which direction?
Go across
we'd
the
like to-
fields.
Well, I'd like to kind of leave by that direction.
Across the fields, I said. So,
Stick to high ground.
Could you point?
We're gonna stick to the high ground.
Well,
You would
I
have the
came
high
from
ground.
that way. I'm going that way.
Okay. Get us.
It is over Silverbraid, for we have the high ground.
And he wanders off.
what about Mr. Silverbraid's entourage? Are they still in the courtyard?
Yeah, all of his guards are still here. It is the volcanic fog, though, is quite thick. So
Yeah.
you're not able to see very far. You can't even see across the whole courtyard.
Oh,
I say we go towards the egg
Hmm.
and see if we can get in.
Okay, you go to the egg, and there is, sure enough, a guard out front of it.
Are we bashing his head in, or we are trying to sneak past him?
He stood
Okay.
immediately in front of the door.
So we
I think that
bash his skull in.
I think that sort of rules out one of your options.
Well,
What's
I
he
think we-
wearing?
He's wearing a padded jack.
It's not a
He's
topic.
got a halberd.
This game changed tack very quickly.
Oh, I
What
see.
did
You're
you-
going for the seduction.
What is he wearing?
Of course.
Red buttering his eyelashes.
Nice padded jacket you got there, big man.
Is there room for another?
Could you please just hit him?
Yeah, I was checking my damage because I don't recall. All right. So
Oh
it,
God!
it counts as soft, right?
Possibly.
yeah,
It
his
depends how
padded
well
jack
you're
is soft.
seducing him.
I have some throwing knives. I can.
I got an halberd.
Oh, okay. Well, that you go in. You got decent reach. And also, my
Alright.
cards are now not particularly good.
So I'm going for a skill test of 3.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Just give me a sec. All right.
could be better, could be worse.
Yeah, could be definitely better given the cards that I'm dealt. For fuck's sake. I'm sorry, but my monitor is utter shit.
Seems to be an
Ah.
obvious one, but
Yeah, I
I'm not
believe that's the
sure.
best I can do. Fuck
Okay.
off.
You basically go to swing with your halberd, but he's just far too quick and he clobbers you really hard, catches you on the chin, with his halberd axe, and then forces you back. And yeah, what's your yeah, that.
My vitality is 7, and I got a damage reduction of 2.
Okay, so that's only a minor wound then of a minor wound of 3. So oh, hang on, no, it's high. It should be what armor are you in? Sorry,
Chainmail.
chainmail. So it's medium cut. So actually, it should have been 9 damage, not 5.
Ooh.
The damage. So it is a major wound, isn't it? Of 7.
You tell me.
Yeah, damage reduction of 2. So yeah, it's a major wound of 7.
All right. Then this adds up to my pre-existing condition, right?
Yeah. So have you got 2 major wounds?
Yes.
Yeah, somebody needs to heal you incredibly quickly.
Oh fuck.
We have a water mage in the party, don't we?
Character 3, I'm
I can
coming.
do. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, character 4.
Wow, so much faith in your colleague.
What's the skill level of your...
I know magic is difficult to manage.
My water
And
element
at
is
the very least, I know I was shit with it.
4.
Oh, 1 below the healing skill then. So let's look for the next one down. Cure injury. Cure spell allows any wound to be healed. The wound level must be equal to or lower than the effect card. So yeah, at skill level 4, it's a medium. You can do cure injury. That medium card is going to need to equal to or exceed whatever the weakest wound, major wound on Gamlerad is.
So 7.
Yeah, this one at 7.
Well, what's your other major wound?
It's a 5.
5. So yeah, your medium card, you need 3 water cards, and your medium needs to be a 5 to save his life.
That there is a slight problem with that. I don't have any water cards.
Well,
you have to
fuck
hope
me,
you
I
draw
guess.
3 of them in your hand of 4 then, don't you?
Well, I do have one that's sort of like you've got the 4. I've got all of them on, but that's it. Okay, so if I draw, what do I say, 4? I can do 4,
4.
can I? Skill test.
Oh, bugger.
Yep, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat shit and die, I guess.
Yeah, afraid so.
So I'm not. There's no way I can succeed at this, is there?
Bye, Duke.
Hello,
Bye,
future.
Bye then.
See you.
So I can't succeed at this at all, can I? Even if I do
No,
try.
you need.
I'm sorry, Becky. I'm sorry, Becky, but I don't recall the exact rules. I got two major wounds, but I got a vitality of 3.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, vitality.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
vitality is fine.
that's what I told.
Of course, it's. Oh, hang on. It's more. Oh God,
No,
you know
mortality,
what?
isn't it?
Yeah, mortality is the threshold for. God, I've
Dying,
forgotten. No, it's Constitution. Yeah, Constitution is the threshold for whether it's a major wound or a minor wound.
Okay.
At some point, I've just put in the chat there. At some point, we're going to have to go over exactly how this damage system works, because I
I'm trying
am
to remind
still
myself.
none the wiser about it.
Hang on.
As
no.
you can see, our GM is also none the wiser at the moment.
No, I've forgotten. No, vitality is correct. No, it is vitality is the threshold. So basically, when you take damage, if the wound is equal to or more than your vitality, then it's a major wound. Otherwise, it's a minor.
Okay.
When the total number of major wounds equals your mortality, you die.
Okay.
Now, Gamlerad has a mortality of 3, so he's actually fine. Well, he's not
Right.
fine. He's quite badly wounded. He's got a disadvantage of 2 on every check he makes because he has 2 major wounds.
For
Okay.
fuck's sake.
Right. That makes sense.
You should have taken class by sitting on really uncomfortable chairs like me. It boosts my vitality up. It helps.
Right. At this point, I think I feel the need to draw my long sword and kill this man to death.
Okay.
Yes, he doesn't need any magic then, which is just as well.
I'm happy to assist
Well,
Yeah.
with this.
with an attack, you just make your own attack afterwards. So
Okay.
he can't attack back. So he can only do his dodge. Is it dodge or evade?
Ah.
Which way round is evade?
Well,
So he can only
Fuck.
evade. So he won't be able to do any damage to you. Having said that, he has drawn always wins.
it always wins.
So, what weapon are you attacking with? Did you say longsword?
Long sword.
Oh, what's your martial skill?
My martial skill is. I will let you know because it's important. 2.
Okay, so yeah, he does get
So
to
it's
draw his
2 from a
cards.
skill test.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I hate this game in ways that cannot be described. I'd just like to say that.
Ouch.
And
Context is everything.
Oh, there's absolutely no point in picking that, to be honest. This is gonna. It's. Right. Medium. What's the guard wearing?
He's wearing soft armor.
Oh, good. I get the high result. Not that it makes a damn bit of difference, because I really haven't.
Yeah, so he definitely avoids your blow. However, a third person, I believe, is coming in for an attack,
Yay.
and he
Yes.
has no cards with which to defend himself. So I am technically going to play the hand, but I'm just going to discard my cards.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
want
you're
me to play that
showing,
as well?
guys.
You still need to play
Yeah.
yours to do your damage, yeah.
Okay.
I just.
Okay.
Just to clarify, I do like this system very much. It's just I had a really shitty hand of cards at a frustratingly bad moment.
I'm sure George already said this, but it's soft, right?
Yeah.
He is soft, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. La 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 la.
Okay, you've done 12 damage to him.
Yep.
Wow.
That'll do.
Hopefully.
Well, you've actually killed him in one, so I think you've beheaded him. What weapon are you using?
A rapier. So more than
Okay.
likely, he probably jumped into my swords.
Yeah, you've given him a tracheotomy from both front and back.
Well, he's not going to shout out anyway.
No.
I thought you could just knock him unconscious.
Me too, but never mind.
This is when you come over and start mocking him, saying, "What's that? Can't you speak with a sword in your throat? What's that?"
I mean, if you wanted me to knock him out, you should have given me a blunt weapon.
Well, I wondered how he was going to knock him out with a rapier. I was quite interested to find out.
I have
but-
a rapier, I have
Well,
daggers,
he's
I have
down
throwing
now.
knives. They are all sharp things, like
Right.
my claws.
Shall we get into this egg?
Yes, let us go.
So,
Yeah, please.
yes, courtesy of the ash cloud and this yellowy smoke that's in the air, no other guard in the courtyard sees you.
Bring the body in with us.
Okay, so who's opening the door?
I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door. As you do so, a person was reaching for the door handle and stepping forward, and they kind of stumble forward into you, and with a very startled look on their face, they say, "You're not meant to be here. It is, in fact, another guard." He is not currently armed. Well, he has a sword down by his side, but it's
stab
in
him.
its scabbard.
Run him
I
through.
stick my paw into the dead guard's neck and start doing his jaw like a hand puppet. No.
Hit him. Run him through.
Yeah, I'll draw and stab him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm already going in. I'm just.
He has his evade skill, so he's going to do that against the first attack.
We have new cards. How nice.
So
Oh,
he won't be
I
able to do you any
experience.
damage, but he can try to negate yours.
Oh wait, I haven't got. Oh no, I haven't got enough to. Never mind.
Did Ron? Did you say you was doing this?
Yeah, I'll do it. So I got a skill test of 2.
Ooh, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Things could be better. Is he still wearing soft?
Yes. Okay, he manages to sidestep out the way of your attack, but that is his evade used. So if anybody else wishes to attack,
Yeah,
you'll
I
just be
will.
discarding cards.
I'll
Okay.
attack him.
Again, I will play cards, but I will be just discarding them.
Oh, that's not so good though, is it? Okay, that one, and that one.
Okay, you hit him for 8. So that's a major wound. Yeah, you're using a halberd, aren't you?
A sword.
Oh, a sword.
George's
Okay,
got a
yeah.
halberd.
So yeah, you give him a scar to remember you by in the arm, and he staggers kind of back through, kind of into the doorway, sort of all a bit sort of shocked and confused. Anybody else going in?
If Ronnie doesn't want to, I can.
I'm quite prepared to go at him again. My blood's up now.
You've made an attack this turn, though, haven't you? So there's Zeev
Yeah.
and Gamlerad.
All right, so I'm going.
Okay.
Oh, but I got a 2 penalty, right?
You do have
do.
2 disadvantage cards.
Oh,
But,
I could
uh,
just go instead if you want.
The good news is I will just be discarding cards.
Okay, so I just do a 3 skill check because I got 3 in martial, and then I
Then
substitute the
afterwards,
cards.
yeah,
Okay.
the 2 highest face value cards will get substituted afterwards.
Okay.
Ha! Ha ha
He
ha!
always wins is a low card, so that
Yeah.
Oh
can
no,
probably stay in play.
that's unfortunate.
Although it does, yeah,
Yeah, because it's low card.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to replace the 8 and the 2 with the 2 and the 1.
You pinprick him.
Oh no. All right.
Pin prick him in the jugular.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a minor wound. All adds
Motherfucker.
up.
Yeah,
You can
fuck
only-
you and your friend.
He can
You
only
hurt
support 2 minor wounds, so And then Zeev.
Yeah. I assume there's like a staircase nearby, right? Given this thing is huge.
Immediately behind, or the doorway that you've revealed, all you're seeing is an interior curved wall behind that's made of wooden slats, basically. So it's a slatted wall. And because you haven't yet entered the egg, you can't really see beyond that.
Okay. Well, I want to come in a bit at least, dragging this other body. I've just taken care of with me.
There's still
Preferably.
this guard in the doorway, though. He isn't dead yet.
Oh, he's still like right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to basically shove the corpse towards him in order to knock him over,
Okay.
or at least give
That's
him a
gonna
bit of a
be
fright.
brawling attack.
Okay.
Again, all I can do is discard cards.
What's the low, medium, high for brawling?
Well, it's you're not going to do damage throwing a body at him.
Okay.
So it'll just be a low. It's not a melee attack. What I will do is I will adjudicate. If you succeed, then which you're gonna do. I would just discard some low cards because I'm just discarding. You're gonna hit, and what I'll do is I will make that negate his evade the following turn.
Okay.
So just chuck any old 3 cards down.
Okay, fine. In that case, I will use these ones because it's all crap.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you throw this body at him. It kind of knocks him back, and he's go. Mikhail, and he basically starts staggering backwards, carrying Mikhail back into the darkness of the egg.
This is for you.
Egged on by that, we advance.
Oh my god, damn.
As you enter the egg, as I say, they're like immediately behind this door was this sort of interior wall. There's passageways going 2 ways. To the right, there is a set of wooden stairs going up, and to the left is the way that guy went. And it proceeds around the egg, and that guy is kind of retreating around the egg, going, Mikhail, wake up!
Stab him.
Seems to upset him a bit, doesn't it?
It's his friend.
I have a great cure for his sadness. I'm going to kill him.
I close the door behind our backs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so you all pile in. Gamlerad closes the door. Martin rushes forward. As you get close, he will draw his short sword or arming sword, which I need to just find in here.
For some reason, I'm envisaging that he's backing off to this singular large room where there's infinite respawning of guards. Just come out.
Okay,
Exactly.
his martial skill exceeds yours. He is also using an arming sword, so you won't be able to add any skill. It is in essence a duel.
Does anybody have any of the rum stuff left?
There's some
So
outside.
I don't believe any of us brought
No.
it with us.
could I ask what armor you're wearing, please, Ronnie?
That's a very good question, which I will happily give you. Plate mail.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
it's going to be the medium then.
Clunk, clunk.
Okay, so you're going to have to just play 3 cards from your hand, so it's a skill test of 0.
Right, so it's the only 3 left because I've only got the 3.
Hmm.
He's still in soft.
He is indeed. Okay, he does indeed strike you. What is your damage reduction?
My damage reduction is 4.
Oh, nice. So that is an 8. So presumably that's going to be a major wound bracket 8. So,
My vitality is 9.
oh, that's a minor wound bracket 8.
Wow.
Holy cow! Didn't expect that. I should have used 3 6s.
Hammer. I've got lots of vitality.
No kidding.
I'm a big man, you see.
Ooh. That is a
All
rather
right,
nice new hand. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's given you a scratch somewhere. Quite a bad one, actually. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Sting.
annoy you a bit. Right. Anybody else acting? So that's Ronnie.
I am starting to run up the stairs.
Okay, so you bolt up the stairs.
I'm following
Philly?
Zeke.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay, so the rest of
With
you
me.
all run upstairs, leaving Ronnie to face the guard by himself. So as
Fine.
you head up, the stairs seem to go all the way up to the top. So you're running and running all the way up to the top, whilst there's this duel going on downstairs where Ronnie is being slowly whittled down by this guard. You get to the top, and as you do so, around the top there's basically candles on the walls. So there's like iron candle holders attached to the walls. Each what's it, a candelabra basically of like 4 candles that are all burning. So it provides you a little bit of light. What you see within the interior wall, it's basically just a giant silo, huge container for all this nostrum flower, this little pink petaled flower. And it is mostly full in here.
Not sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Really?
Well, yeah, I just thought it'd be like rooms and levels and sacks and crates and
We already knew there was a load of nostrum flower here.
yeah, but we'd expect it to just be one big silo. So there's no way in. It's just right to the top, and it's just a big container full of flour.
Basically, yeah, there's an outer wall and an inner wall, and the basically between the two is just the spiraling staircase all the way up.
Or if we drop a couple of these candles or these torches in on top of the nostrum and nugget.
Yeah.
Yes. Although all the town will be addicted to nostrum. Because this place is going down with the
It would
flowers.
probably give them some comfort given what has happened so far today.
All right. I'll try and cover my nose with a piece of a shirt, of my shirt, above the nose and the mouth, and then I say, "Okay, go with it if you want
Same.
to."
Okay, and you start tossing candles into the huge stores of nostrum flower, and it burns incredibly quickly.
Run.
So like, you're mid whoosh, basically. There's no oxygen left in here within a couple of seconds. You're breathing pure nostrum smoke, the pressure of which basically blows the top of the egg off.
Well, shit.
All of you have just consumed, just in the first moments of this, about, I would say, somewhere in the region of 800 to 900 years of immortality you've just consumed of nostrum.
Oh my god.
How fucked are we?
Well, the good news is your mortality has increased by 1 for all of you.
Oh,
Everyone inside the egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bad news is you don't really look like what you used to look like. Meanwhile, downstairs there was a duel going on. So whilst all this is happening, as the nostrum, the pink cloud of smoke, starts consuming the yellow cloud of smoke, Martin is dueling this guard, and again he outskills you, and it's a sword fight, so you don't get to add cards. You're just playing from your hand.
And it's still a 2 for me, isn't it?
And
Oh, it's a 0
you're
for
in
me, isn't it?
play, so it's medium for me.
Ooh.
Okay, and
Very nice.
you finish him off.
You could do it.
I never doubted myself.
And it's at that moment that you like your body is kind of itching a lot. About the top quarter of the nostrum has been burnt off at this point. Just that happens so quickly. What are you all doing?
Oh, I was busy running away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are lagging it.
Okay, so you're all running down the stairs when you meet Martin coming back the other way, and you'll kind of meet up by the doorway. And
What the hell is that unicorn chasing?
what they actually look like as you see each other, and basically you've all kind of got elven ears. Your eyesight has improved. You feel younger, and you feel kind of like healthier. I suppose is the best description of it. But you've all of your features have like softened a little bit, and you've become a little more elven in your appearance, or very elven in the case of your ears. And you basically all pile onto the door and make your way out of the egg at once. As you go outside, the yellow smog that was filling the air is now kind of fighting against the pink cloud that's expanding outwards from this estate. And
Technicolor.
Yeah.
there are guards in the courtyard. Some of them have actually run away because they don't want to become addicted to nostrum. The captain is rather alarmed. He's like, "Oh no, what did you do?"
Sorry to
Whatever
busy
it
running.
was, I feel wonderful.
Yes. Should have done this years ago.
Oh, my ears are growing. They're growing.
It's too late. It's too late now.
Oh my god! And now it's really starting to billow, and then your whole vision just kind of goes pink, and you're in complete blindness because of just how much nostrum flower smoke there is in the area at the moment. You can't breathe without it being almost solid and viscous nostrum smoke piling through your lungs.
Can we get inside a building somewhere?
Yeah, we have to guess,
back into the
and
manor
grab
house.
our bits and bobs.
Yeah,
before we get out of here.
you head into the guest house, but the guest house is you kind of have to fumble your way to it, and then once you've found the wall, you're then kind of looking for a door to go in, and you eventually do, but inside it is just as dense in here.
Oh no.
Ooh,
So we're still breathing in the nostrum smoke.
You're breathing in almost pure nostrum. In fact, it's kind of getting hard to, like, you're not really getting enough oxygen.
What are we going to do, guys? Just wait for this to pass, or what?
I think we should lie on the floor very energetically until it passes.
Maybe we could go out and get a boat and go out into the lake. Maybe where it's clear, perhaps. I don't know.
Or at least maybe a basement would be a bit better.
Oh yes, a basement. Yes,
Ooh,
fantastic. Yes, good idea about that. Yes.
Let's see
Like
if
to
you
be a
can find
basement.
one. Could somebody make an urban interior roll?
Yes.
I'm going to put a difficulty of 4 on it because you can't see anything.
I thought you said that our eyes had improved.
Your eyesight has improved, but at the moment, all it is possible to see is a solid pink. Just that's it, solid pink.
Okay.
I think for me, it will have to be that and that.
Please be enough. Please be enough. Please be enough.
You
Ooh,
find a
nice.
basement. Nice. So yeah, you do indeed. You find a certain, but you have to head out of this room or this building, and you head toward basically the kitchen. And the kitchen is down some steps, and then under there is a larder, and also a cold storage bunker as well, and both underground. So you hide down there with a number of staff, and down here, you it's still a pink hue in the air, but you avoid most of it. You now realize, because you can now kind of see each other, that all of you are kind of got at this moment in time glistening pink skin. Your fur in particular, Zeev, you are incredibly dustily pink. You're the Pink Panther, basically.
Oh no, you turned me into a
Well, I'm
furry.
fabulous.
I think we've had
Oh,
too
no.
much.
All of you have
On the
got,
way to the basement, we're grabbing food.
you're down here with food. You're in someone's larder.
Yeah,
You're in the larder
We,
of the house.
we need the food
Yeah,
in
there's
case we
lots
get a
of it here.
serious case of the munchies.
Um, you all now have violet eyes. In fact, the whites of your eyes are quite pink as well. In fact, I'm not even sure your blood's still red, to be honest. Certainly no oxygen left. So, yeah, we'll leave it there for the moment. You definitely do have pink eye. We'll leave it there for the moment and take a short break. When we come back, we'll deal with what happens when you emerge from your bunker.
Okay.
Okay. See
Okay.
you on 5.
Oh, he's the Pink Panther, the Pink Panther, just as plain as your nose. For he's the one and only truly original Pink Panther from head to toe.
As we suddenly get a copyright strike for that.
It is a pretty old song, though.
It doesn't stop them sometimes. But yes, I had the
My
same
own
theme tune
songs.
going. I had the same theme tune going through my head and all.
Yeah, but aren't you impressed that I know it, given my
I
age?
am. I am.
I missed the theme tune. What was it?
Pink Panther.
The
But it
Pink
was an
Panther
old
show.
one. It was the
I
Pink Panther
can
show.
actually play it on the piano.
No, not the saxophone tune, as in the one
The
like
TV, the for the
song.
TV show.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
Not that one. That's the
Not that
films.
one.
The show.
Got you.
He's the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther.
Ah, that one. Gotcha.
Have you ever seen a panther that's pink? He really is a groovy cat. Yeah. We weren't stricken already for copyright strikes. There we go. I've just pushed us over the edge.
Does this mean that if we ever travel by boat in the near future, we need to paint our boat pink?
I think you might leave pink stains behind on it, but yeah.
Okay.
No, so you emerge basically once the worst of it's over. It takes several hours that it burns for. And when you emerge, I mean, you can still kind of smell it in the air, although, you know, you're fairly kind of clogged up in your nostrils with it anyway. You are basically now elves. Gamlerad, you're a dwarf elf. Zeev, you're a cat elf.
The most beautiful of them all.
I don't know how to explain it, but Gamlerad, you have no beard.
Oh no.
It went
Oh,
pink
no.
and then the bristles kind of just started falling away. They became...
No, that's a nightmare.
You have
My
a baby
beautiful
face.
My beautiful beard.
And Zeev. Same thing
Oh,
happens
no.
to your hair.
You're a sphinx now.
I'm a bald cat.
Yep. Basically, you still got tufts of pink hair on you, but basically the hair has gone really brittle. And as soon as it touches or moves, it just kind of falls out.
I didn't think you were so skinny. But seeing you out your fur,
What little head hair the rest of you have, has, or started with rather, is now much longer. So Zeev, you now have a mane.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought you meant I'd gone completely like.
The rest of you is bald. You have your whiskers and you have a mane. All of you are blonde.
Of course.
Oh no, it's definitely a nightmare.
Right. So what you're saying is we're all walking out here with long blonde hair. Why do I feel that we should be walking out in slow motion with an 80s sort of stadium ballad, rock ballad playing as we're slow motionally walking out, flicking our hair back?
When you say a mane, do you mean something like down the back of me like that?
I mean around your neck.
What? So a neck beard?
No, your neck. It's like a ruff.
That what? Getting rid of that? No way.
You have a blonde ruff.
No, I don't. Get a knife and just take it off.
it's going to be chilly in the winter for you.
Shut up.
You never told me you had a blonde
taking what
hair
fur
ruff.
you have left.
More than our appearance, I'd like to try and understand where Silverbraid went.
Okay,
If he
so the
throws to
air,
that in the atmosphere.
the air has largely cleared. There's, still a little bit of pink. Your eyes are a little bit sore just being out here. There's a lot of contaminants in the air, both from the volcano that has largely been pushed back by the expanding cloud of pink. But as you look out to the horizon, you can see this dot in the air.
Oh, he's still up there.
Well, no, the only thing we know for certain is that the dot is still up there. He might have fallen off it.
I imagine he will have seen what happened down here, though.
Yeah.
I take it then we're chasing the dot.
Oh, we said
We are
we'd kill him,
chasing-
and we haven't.
We are chasing the balloon.
Okay.
Right. In that case, Zeev has to go on point.
Time out. Before we embark in this other journey, first of all, I feel a little bit of itching across my chest. So I'd like that a little bit sorted out, if I may. And then, what about the withdrawal effect of our new addiction? We are so fucked in ways we cannot even comprehend, guys.
But interestingly, it is quite convenient because we are now hundreds of years older. We have an addiction which we can relieve from him, so we can just be chasing him around all the time. It's like we were destined to kill him.
And yet there is a nostrum shortage.
Well, there is now.
There is now.
Well, there is no.
There was even before because he was hoarding all of it. And weavers were destroying cargoes, so
We
we are
better-
fucked.
We
Big
better
time.
go.
Socialist workers unite, smash the system, nostrum for everyone.
Well, we
It is the
better,
means of production.
we better go where it grows then.
Yeah, right.
Get our own supply.
If we're
Indeed.
chasing after this balloon, Zeev has to go on point.
Why do you keep saying that? Point what?
Because you're a cat chasing after a dot. Of course, you're going to be the best at it. That's why you have to go on front.
My sight's a little better. I can't jump 500 feet into the air.
Have you tried?
Not the point. I just know.
Speaking of improvements to your vision, you may add 1 point to 4 different environment skills.
1 point of 4 different.
Wait, hold on though. Is that in terms of like XP cost or just one
Just add
flat
1
point?
to value of.
Does it have to be 4 different?
Mhm.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel that
It's represent
rural
improvements in vision, not familiarity with
should
the given
have
environment.
rural
That's
and
it.
river because they just keep popping up.
I'm going for
Forest.
mountain.
I went with urban exterior, urban interior, rural, and mountain.
Ocean.
Well, I added 1 to urban exterior, and then 1 to urban interior, 1 to rural, and 1 to mountain.
Mine is rural forests, mountain, and rivers.
Go on.
Because
Well, somebody's that way. Somebody's seeing something.
Yes, potentially.
Okay.
Has no one gone desert
No one's gone desert.
No.
or dungeon? Okay, I put one in desert as well then.
I had put 1 in dungeon, and then I realized the chances of us actually doing a dungeon are minimal.
Oh, it's going to be definitely.
Which means it's definitely going to happen now.
Because Becky's smiling.
I can see Becky smiling, so there's a dungeon in our future.
One dungeon
Um,
per player.
1 dungeon per player.
Okay. So you're about to set off on a journey then across the seas. So you rummaged the pantry for food.
Yep.
Um,
Serious
you also
munchies.
you also rustle up some horses. They are all elven horses.
Funny that.
They have pointy
Of
ears,
Oh, it's
golden manes.
all the wildlife is gone as well.
What have we done?
Yep, there's
Well,
an
we
elven
always
crow
do.
on the roof of a building over there.
You've started the drug war.
We do what we've always done. Gone in with one pure intention
And bullshitted our way out.
and shat it all over the place as we attempted to do what we intended to do.
Wait,
Yeah, sounds right. Sounds about right.
babe, is there a separate environment skill for seas?
Feel free to add one. There's a couple of blanks on the bottom there for adding new environments.
That's
I
not
might
a bad idea.
take that instead of mountain because I'm just thinking there's a friggin' giant load of water between us. So yeah,
That is a
go
good
rivers and
point.
seas.
What a good idea.
Okay.
900 years of these jokes.
Oh yes. That is your that is your punishment.
It's going to feel like 1800.
The captain, who now looks taller, blonder, you think is the captain because he's got the same brooch. He doesn't really look the same. None of you do. It's like, well, what happened? Why did you go in? And what happened when you were in there?
Oh, I'd be damned if I knew.
I mean, just to be clear, he hadn't told you to go in there, had he?
Well, we kind of went in there for the same reason that he went up,
To get Nostrum?
because he could.
I shall find the guards that were on the door and give them a good telling off.
You may require a Ouija board.
You killed them.
No, they were sadly they were sadly extremely suicidal.
I'm
It
sorry.
could be the lack of
You
Nostrum.
killed two of my guards, and
No.
you're now making jokes about it.
No.
Oh, let's go.
Don't ever come back. If you're around here in the next few minutes' time, in a couple of minutes' time, when I return with more of my men, you will be killed.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're legging it once again.
Okay. You start galloping across country on 2 stolen horses and 2 of your own. They're incredibly fast. And you very soon come across the lake, which is sort of between you and the direction you need to be going. Now, Lake Arwent, it's a lovely, tranquil, beautiful place normally. At the moment, it's got lots of elven trees. You know they're elven, they're blonde.
Of course.
On the far side is a fortress, or at least a fortress wall. You see nothing on the wall opposite, like it's just this big, newly built fortress wall across a section of the far side of the lake. There are various boats of various sizes, barges, river boats, small rowing boats, cargo barges and all sorts along this shoreline. So you could take one of those, or you can try and walk around the lake. But if you do that, well, to the western entrance of the lake is the river entrance. And there's no bridge, which only leaves, if you're going to walk around the lake, only leaves the eastern side. But the eastern side still has lava pouring into it. Now, well, the lava you think it's mostly seems to have stopped, but it doesn't look like it's cooled down. You can still see it smouldering.
Yeah.
So your best bet's probably crossing the water on some vessel or other. And you can take your pick from various sizes of vessel here. There's all sorts.
Need to
Yeah,
get a
we-
decent sized one that we can get our steeds onto as well.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a cargo barge. There's nobody about.
Oh, we're actually going to nick it. Okay.
But
Yeah.
remember the last time we tried nicking one of these barges, maybe we should check it first.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, you find then basically it is just a barge for cargo. So it's mostly open. There's a little kind of superstructure at the back with a couple of bunks in, basically. And behind that superstructure is a small wheelhouse, essentially. The vessel is sailed or sail propelled, has a kind of square wherry rig sail.
No sign of anyone around at all.
No, the coastline
Good.
is empty. Around
No
the lake
pillars
at
of
the
the community on this ship.
Yeah, there's no supplies or anything or anything like that. The barge is pretty much empty. There is a logbook.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so if it's empty, we've got plenty of room for the horses.
Oh yeah, loads of them.
Quick nosy in at the
Spare room.
logbook.
Yes. Be worth looking for coordinates if
It
they've been
last
to sea.
travelled up from Moraine. It encountered boglins in the swamps, but other than that, it seemed to be a largely uneventful journey, although they did lose 2 days waiting for a riverfolk wedding to clear before they could proceed when they were on the river itself.
Seems as good as any ship.
Right. Double check to make absolutely sure that there are no bodies or parts of bodies or the eviscera of
Completely clear.
bodies anywhere on this vessel.
What have I done to you as players? Yeah, no, it's completely clear.
You've made
All
us
right.
paranoid. It's called being a player.
So let me see if I can't zoom this in, can I? Well, basically, you're on this shore of this lake here. So where are you sailing to? Are you simply going because there's a fortress wall over here?
We're going in the general direction of the dock.
The general direction of the dot is the other side of a mountain range.
Yep.
I was sort of thinking we'd go around the south end of those mountains.
Yeah, and then
Now,
check
the
check the
volcano
river.
was here.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to head for one of these places on the coast.
So
Yeah, we-
what I'll say from here, this route around the mountain, probably a bit iffy because
Yeah.
lava.
Okay. Yeah.
This way around is the long way. It's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah.
There is another, though. There is the cities or twin cities of Ashad and Thum. That allows you to go through the mountain.
Yeah,
I don't wanna.
They sound dwarvish.
They are.
They're going to look at you like an abomination, Gramlord.
we don't even have a dwarf anymore.
No. They're going to skin me alive without even
Yeah.
looking at me.
You've kind of done that to yourself already.
Just to be clear, the Nostrum cloud will have covered Ashad and Thum.
Oh, well, that's all right
Oh,
then. They're
I
all
can
going to
blend
like
in.
you in.
As long as they don't blame us
They're
when
all-
we get there.
It might not have been quite as strong, but it will definitely have reached.
Would it reach them underground, do we think?
Hard to
We're
say.
going to- Look, it's very simple. They'll have seen the cloud, even if they haven't been affected by it. We can cook up some very quick story about some fucker released all the nostrum and we got hit by it as we were leaving the town.
What do we blame Silverbraid and we're after him?
Yeah, that's
Mm.
Yeah, that's why he escaped at high speed.
But if some of the dwarves have been affected and some haven't, they might actually be in a civil war at the moment.
Could be. I still there's no point attempting to go the long way around. We're gonna lose. If for no other reason, we may very well lose track of him.
Yeah, we can't go the long way around now.
We take our chances with Ashappington, and just
Then, so be it.
Okay, you sail across the lake then. It's not too difficult to get across the lake because you are from Moraine. I think you've got some sailing skill between you, haven't you? Somebody's got some.
I seem to remember you saying about it. Everyone had sailing.
It'd be written on your sheet somewhere. Surely somebody has the ability
I've
to use
got
a boat.
navigation.
That'll sort of do.
No,
Okay,
I don't
you're
have
not
any.
great at it. You struggle a bit to get it going. But yeah, there isn't actually a sail. I should make it
No.
an actual skill, shouldn't I? Because it comes
Yeah.
up so often in this game.
Especially from Moraine.
But
Yeah.
I mean that the only thing that there comes in is, do you put sailing as an athletic skill because it's a physical activity, or as a knowledge skill? I would say the physical one, because navigation covers the knowledge of sailing.
Yeah.
But the actual physical aspect, I think, would be better suited. Sailing as would be a physical skill.
Definitely. And I would say actually, rather than it's kind of, if it was one of these systems that had a stat skill pairing, I would say it's based off Constitution, because you always end up battered and bruised when you sail. Right. Yeah. So you're from Moraine. You know enough to get the boat moving, and you get across the lake to this fortress wall, basically, that was all built in the space of 2 weeks, and kind of doesn't look like there's a way in, weirdly, for a while. You kind of have to sort of go along it, and then you do see a kind of a barge entrance port in the wall. So it's on a bit that kind of goes directly into the river, where this wall has kind of gone over the edge of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a sort of a small gate type thing, and it looks incredibly well defended, but there are no dwarves here at all. Nothing. It's just devoid of life. The gate has been left in a shut position. There's no other boats on the lake either, you notice. That seems a little odd. But it's got this kind of portcullis gate that is closed. Portcullis, as some people say.
Can we shut up?
Who in their right mind calls it a portcullis?
I've heard people say it that way. I don't know.
Can we shout up the wall to see if there's any dwarves up there? Hello, on the wall.
Yeah, it just kind of echoes off the wall and the lake, and sort of nothing comes back. It's like no one's there at all.
You don't have some unique password to open the mountain, do you, Gamlered?
How the hell am I supposed
Nechlon.
Yeah, come on. We're by a lake. We've just gone up to a big gate that's closed. Of course, I was thinking of Melon.
And for those watching, other fruit are available.
I have absolutely no clue, though.
I'm going to get the hilt of my sword and just tap on the portcullis. Hello?
Just get the rattling sound of metal on metal.
If we look up, is there up the portcullis? Is there a gap at the top of between the lintel on the portcullis? If we climbed up it, we get in.
No, it comes out from the stonework. What you do see, I mean, there are tons of murder holes. If this was staffed, if there were dwarves here, they could eviscerate anyone coming through here. In fact, you even see some cannon or cannonade holes and the ends of barrels sticking out into this like pointing at you as you're kind of looking into the.
Are any of
Do
them
you-
big enough to stick a small dwarf through?
I was just about to ask, yeah, how big are the actual gaps in the portcullis?
No, designed for preventing invasion. So,
Today-
but
Today's
no.
question: is this hole big enough to stick a small dwarf through?
First of all, who said I'm small? First
you're-
and
that's
foremost.
But you're short.
You're short.
Yeah,
Okay,
not small.
okay.
Two different things.
I
That's
didn't
very
want to.
true.
Didn't want to say it, but you could probably lay off the biscuits a bit.
But as you're tapping the portcullis, I mean, you can jimmy it about. You think with enough of a concerted effort, you might be able to get it open. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I know we said that we wanted to come this way, but is it only me that's somewhat perturbed that they were trying to enter a city that has clearly been abandoned?
Oh, wow, I think there's meant to be quite a lot of people here, isn't there?
Yeah, that really gets down to as to why. Was it because of the pink cloud we created, or was it something that happened?
Well, in that case,
Sometime
Zeev is
back.
going first.
You keep saying this as if I'm going to pay attention to what you were saying at all.
No, if we're going in to investigate, you're going in first, because if the saying has any relevance at all, you're going to die first, because they all know what they said about curiosity.
I love
You're
you
going
too, oh
first.
brother of mine.
Jesus fucking Christ. Are we taking the long route?
I think it'd be we're going to be too slow.
No,
We
I
might as
mean
well- we might as well not go if we do that.
we're going to have to go through this city, but I don't think we should hang about. I think we should make best speed.
We either try and open this gate or go over the wall. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
You're not
how are
getting the horses over the wall.
No, that's true.
Right,
Yeah.
if one person can get to the top into the city and actually
open it up.
activate the mechanic to open the portcullis, then we can get the rest of us and all our steeds through.
I do have 2 in climbing.
I have 3 in climbing.
Oh, okay. She's going.
I have
However,
two.
my cards are a bit shit at the moment.
Okay.
Mine
can
aren't much better.
Climb splain, how about that?
I'm not going because apparently I'm small. It will take me more time to do so. So go ahead.
We're almost a lot bigger from where you are.
In all honesty, you're the best at climbing, Zeev.
But my cards are shit. I could still fail this quite badly, and I don't want to fall 100 feet, slap myself.
I'll give it a go then.
I'll do it. I can't really do anything, but I'll do it. My climbing is 2. Oh, that's wonderful. But as useful as
As you reach the top, Martin, do a flip.
Eh,
right. What am I? What?
Just below because it's not combat.
Bollocks.
Okay, you. This is a wall that is designed to be, to defend against a siege. There just aren't enough places to handhold. The bricks have been polished smooth in the ledges, and so
I
the
was more
water
thinking
gaps
I
are
was going to
tiny.
climb up the portcullis.
The overhang just makes it impossible with the way it's designed. They even put extra spikes in to prevent you from being able to do it
Bollocks.
because you failed.
Bollocks.
Could try lifting the portcullis from this side via power athletics check.
I am
Yeah, I
not
can
particularly
try and
athletic.
do. I can try and do that.
Bear in mind, you've got disadvantage cards for physical
Oh,
checks at the
right.
moment,
No,
Gambrad, because
I-
you
I am doing shit.
I was just
Although-
wondering.
You do have a healer here, and you are on a lake, a very beautiful water elemental lake, which means you don't need water cards to do it because it's strong with water magic here.
I can
that's
splash
lucky.
Finny with extra water if needs be.
That's lucky because water cards are not in abundance.
But yeah, you could essentially do it with any combination of cards here. If you wanted to try doing a cure injury check,
Okay, I'll try that. That is looking a lot better.
and I have absolute shit to try and stop you with.
I wouldn't bother
Oh
looking at stuff.
no! How unfortunate.
Now, what you... Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
I can just use anything, can't I? As long as it's...
You can, but it's your medium card that is the strength of the cure. And I think he's got 2 wounds. He's got, is it a 9 and a 5, isn't it?
Okay, I'll do my...
No, that's a 7 and a 6.
7 and a 6. So, yeah, you've got to get at least a 6 on your medium card.
Well, that's easy enough.
What we're going for is this low, medium, or high?
Medium. Medium. Cure injury at skill 4 is medium.
Yeah, you're going to be cured.
Boom.
Yay!
Okay. That cures 1 wound of up to strength 9.
Okay, thank you.
I think you're still left with a wound, though, aren't you?
Yeah, the one at 6, of course.
Yeah, but at least you're only looking at one.
Either way,
One
I'm
penalty
still
card.
trying the power athletics check.
Okay.
At least that's a check of.
I do have terrible
Of
cards,
1.
so you've got a fairly good chance.
Yeah, that's still a 1 check. Let's see. I can do shit with this. I can do nothing but shit.
Not going to need a lot, I think. But your top card will get replaced with the disadvantage card. So the 9
Ooh.
gets replaced with the 3.
The 9?
Yeah.
I think she meant
Oh, sorry, the
7.
7. Oh, why did you get rid of the 9?
I don't
You'd have
know.
passed. You don't. Oh. Yeah, you just can't quite do it. Oh, but has anybody else got power athletic skill?
No.
I've got... No.
I've got a 1, but my cards
That'll
haven't
do.
refreshed. But
No, you can confer an advantage by helping.
okay.
So there you go. Have an advantage card. So what that should have done is actually cancelled the card out, but I didn't realise that at the time. So that gets you over the line. There you go. So
Yay.
yeah, together you manage to get the thing open, and you manage to, once you've kind of got it there, you could then able to just get the boat going through, and you know, you can brace yourself properly and then tie it up out the way. So with some palaver, you manage to get through. You lose a little time, and then you're able to sail into the lake part of this fortress town. And what this appears to be, it's a docks for offloading large volumes of cargo. There's some warehouses. There's some what appears to be bunk houses, although the quality of them is exceptionally poor. And then there's some kind of posh house to one side. And then there's some watchtowers all around the docks area. And essentially, this fortress that sort of covers the water part then goes back to the edge, and it basically runs all the way to the mountain range. So these outside walls go all the way back to the mountain, where there is an entrance into the mountain. But the docks itself is just devoid of anyone. The whole place is empty. There's boats here, but they all don't seem to have been loaded at all. They're all kind of sitting there empty in the harbour area.
Can I go up and check one of the bunkhouses?
Yep. So you moor up in the harbour and you go over to one of the bunkhouses. This, you soon deduce, is some kind of slaves' quarters, because the quality, like, it's basically just a room with no windows, and there's one corner that has been reserved as the toilet. There's three floors of this, and there ain't a lot of space.
Is there anyone here?
No, it's just empty.
So they evacuated the slaves as well. That is interesting.
I think we're bordering on a mispronunciation problem. You don't pronounce the word interesting; you pronounce it terrifying, and we need to go.
Something that it's not quite right there. Like, is there any sign of panic? Like, there's no dead bodies. Like, there's no evidence of anyone being trampled or like pots broken or something.
Not in here. No, nothing of the sort. It's the rooms are kind of just empty, because it's not like the slaves had possessions.
Is there any sort of like kitchen thing we used to feed these slaves from? Not outside, maybe just
okay. Yeah. You have a look outside, but there's no cooking facilities here at all for the slaves.
Are there any fires burning?
No.
See, either the slaves, without anyone stopping them at all, up and walked without any problems whatsoever, or they're just gone.
There's also a number of warehouses, and there's the posh house.
Check the
posh house.
Yeah.
And the watchtowers, of course, but they're empty as well. Yeah. You go over to the posh house, and the door is locked, so you're going to have to break it down. Or scale the walls to go in through an upstairs window. The downstairs windows all appear to have bars over them.
Oh, balls to that.
I could try and scale the window, although my cards are actually worse now than they were before, but I've still got
I'll try and break the door.
No, it's okay. You've done plenty already.
I got good cards.
Oh, well, if you really want to, then yeah, go ahead. But I was, thinking of, maybe not giving you any more wounds.
I take it this would be power athletics again.
If you're going to break the door down, that's a power athletics, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Well, still 7, not too bad.
And it's low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, but the door is barred.
So it must be barred. If it's barred, there must be somebody inside.
Right,
yeah,
I'll
just
scale the wall then.
Is there no ground floor windows?
Sorry, I two at once. I couldn't hear.
Is there any ground floor windows?
Yeah, they're all barred as well.
They're all barred.
Yeah, all of the ground floor windows have iron bars over them.
But can we see in? What can we see inside?
Yeah, you can. You can see the first couple you go to, the curtains are closed, but then you look through a window that you can see inside, and this appears to be a bunk room for guards, and it's quite nicely appointed, although they are actual bunk beds. But they have soft furnishings. It looks quite nice and comfy in there. There's a few personal lock boxes and stuff, but the whole place looks neat and orderly, like it was packed up.
That's what I was thinking.
So they got time to prepare the leaving.
Ample time, by the sounds of it.
What was this wall just a cover for them to leave then?
I don't know.
You see, I read this book about these people living near a mountain that apparently were so eager to digging that they basically awoken the demon that killed all of them. Maybe this was a more gentle kind of demon that said, okay, please go. So they packed and left.
Shall I scale that wall and find out, perhaps?
Yes, but be extremely careful.
Well, of course, I'd be extremely careful.
I
want to keep the rest of my flesh.
Do I know if historically there has been something weird in this area?
Yeah, it's a city of dwarves.
Yeah, of
That
course.
in itself is weird.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That is not good at all.
If you wanted to do some water magic, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
I do not know any water magic.
Yet.
Fuckity fuck.
Yep.
Stupid question. But if I play 2 high effect cards and they crit, I'm assuming that I still just get double rather than stack.
Yeah, the high effect doesn't stack per se. You could play the card for the sake of the crit, but then you'd have, like, so say, for example, you had 2 high effects and the 6 and they're all in suit. That would still only count as 6 on the effect.
Yeah.
But, or, a 12 total.
Oh, I did say my hand was shit.
We did.
And this has really not helped me at all. Okay. So I might as well go for that because it's still going to be the highest by a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get up there, you find that the windows are locked and that you're not going to be able to just climb through. So in order to break into this place, you're going to need to smash through the windows. And what that would be, now that you're up here, you could do it, but it's going to be a power athletics check. And if you lose it, then you will fall.
Yeah, well, I have 0 power athletics.
So it'd be from your hand.
Yeah, which, as I said many times, is shit. So I am going to...
Hold on. Becky.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the ground?
Well,
stones, rocks, boulders.
If you hunt around, you could find a pile of stones that were used to build these new walls.
Right. If Finney and Gandlerhead can start throwing those stones and start breaking some of the upstairs windows, that would help
You
a
could
lot.
break it for him, yeah. So, okay. That'll be a power athletics check.
I've got nothing in that.
Actually, I'd allow it on acrobatics, actually, because that's throwing.
See, acrobatics I could do fine, but obviously I'm already there, so...
I got the base 1, so if you want to go, Finny, I can maybe aid you.
I've got a 2.
I've got a 2.
So me and you then.
Basically, you can have 2 assists then, 2 advantage cards. Because you're all doing it, but somebody's got to lead. There you go. Right. Bum, bum, bum.
So Finney's making the check, and me and Gamlerad are assisting.
You're assisting,
Aiding,
so there'll
yes.
be 2 advantage cards, yeah.
Okay, oh dear. It's not really worked out that well, was it?
Remember, you're going to get hopefully some assist.
Yeah. Just don't have high numbers in anything that's like a suit, so it's just going to be random stuff.
Just go for power at this point and hope the advantage cards help.
Oh, damn, I've got too many of those bloody
Dragons, yeah.
dragon cards, yeah.
You got rid of... Oh, no, you kept the 9. You put a high effect in. Okay.
That doesn't really help.
Well, you do a 9, 7, 6,
Still
which
makes
would
it a lot
give you
Better for the hit.
22, which would be enough.
Yeah, it would.
That's my highest cards I had.
Yeah, but 9,
Go
7,
for it.
6 would beat the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a crit, but that
It's not-
Doesn't matter. It's
You
still
don't need
more.
to crit.
yeah,
It's
in
fine.
fact,
I mean,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, if you select the... You need to select the 3 to submit it. The hair has tangled for some reason.
This is a low, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
high. Yeah.
Um,
Bigger.
19,
19, it says. I
oh,
didn't select a 9. I selected a 6 by mistake.
all right. Well, we can fix that in our heads. That's fine. So yeah, you smash the window. Zeev has. Oh, bloody hell, guys! Come on. I'm
Let
right
me
next
get
to
down first, for fuck's sake.
We do let him know what we're going to do and tell him to sort of move out the way a bit. Don't come back down because there's no point coming
Yeah, so
back
we'll
down.
move on to the thin air or
You gotta
build a new windowsill.
There's no point
Okay.
climbing back down. You'd have to climb back up again.
Once the window's smashed, you can reach in and jimmy the lock open and
I,
then slink in. And you
I
have.
do that thing that cats do, raise my rear end at everyone.
Awesome.
Oh, showing them you trust them and love them. You enter into what appears to be the quarters of whoever runs this place. It's very well appointed. There are symbols on the wall, on flags. There's a very kind of Nazi feel to it. Yeah, there's a bureau, there's a 4-poster bed, there's obviously a door rail.
Well, I wouldn't mind checking the bureau to start off with.
There's even a rope to call a servant. You check the bureau. There is a ledger here. It says Commissar Harbour Master. Let's say Commissar Harbour Master Abelbeard.
So am I able to read this?
Yes, because some of it, because goods and cargo is typically written in iambic because most of it is sold to Moraine. So you can see large quantities of goods, and most of it's just a ledger of stuff. However, on each kind of week-long section, there is some kind of report that's written out, and that is in a language you don't understand. And the very last entry is on one of these sort of like diaryized pages, and that is something you cannot read unless you speak Thumian.
Yes. I bring it out to the window and wave it at Gamlerad and say, there's quite an interesting back page in here in particular. Would you be able to translate? And I just toss the book down.
Mate. We were literally raised together. If you can't read that, how could I?
I don't know. I thought it was some inner instinct from birth. Somebody told me that once. The dwarves.
I was told that cats had fur. Fuck you. And you're racially profiling. I cannot read this.
Okay, another shot.
Short person racist now.
Listen, I'm already looking like a fucking elf. I wish I could read that. I cannot. And that stinks a lot. I'm sad. I'm pissed.
Just take heart. You know, you've still managed to keep some of your dwarvishness. I mean, obviously not the beard or the...
Fuck you too, mate.
He's got grumpiness.
He's kept the grumpiness.
I'm quite pleased to be up here, can I add? Okay, so anything particularly worth looking at under the bed except for a chamber pot or something equivalent?
There is no chamber pot in here. What there is under the bed is a lockbox.
Ew, boink.
It is locked.
Really, a lockbox locked?
Damn.
Never would have guessed. That's fine, we can open it later. Or possibly now. Although...
That would be good.
I
You
have...
can always chuck it down. We can smash it with a few stones or something.
Yeah.
I think chucking it down would just smash it anyway. What's
What
it
do-
made of?
Metal.
Metal, okay.
Crudely welded metal.
Okay, well, I do have a small amount of picklock skill from Puss in Boots,
Mm-hmm.
Banderas,
Give it a
even.
go?
My cards are shit,
You're waiting for that next refresh.
and my skill is of 1, so there's not really any point.
Just
No,
chuck it down to us.
I'll chuck it down. Yeah.
Okay, you toss it out the window. It bounces on the hard, well, the pavement, as it were. And being cheap dwarven construction, it's still fine.
We'll just get some big stones and try and drop it
What,
on there.
You try and
I-
smash the lock with stones. Okay. Let's make a power athletics check.
Oh, I ain't got any of that.
Are you suggesting that their cheapest material is like mithril or something?
No, but it's still not that
Oh,
fragile.
yeah, it's a
a
cheap
metal
old thing.
lockbox. It's about this big, this wide, and about that deep. It's fairly hefty, and it rattles when you move it.
Well, they've just built this wall, haven't they?
Hmm.
So is there any hammer and chisels lying around?
Yeah, you can find some.
We'll try to use that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you an advantage card on your power athletics check.
Oh, that's good to
Nice.
know I ain't got any.
I'm going to
Well,
give
I-
him a hand. I will assist him.
Do you
I've
have
got
power
nothing.
athletics?
We all have power athletics.
I
No,
don't
no.
have power athletics, but
I have
you
power
two.
athletics of 1.
Okay, you're doing it then. I haven't got none.
Okay, so I am doing. Okay, so I'm doing.
I
it
got a
and
2.
getting
So
assist.
basically,
Oh.
you could
Gamma's got two.
eliminate.
You could assist and grant an advantage card, or one of you could
Cool.
assist the other and grant a second advantage card.
Nice.
Yeah, as you wish. I still have a penalty card.
You have
So
a disadvantage card, yeah.
Disadvantage.
Right, so that's
if-
that's yeah.
I'd
that-
rather
that's
assist.
negate. It's as
Yeah.
well. It's as well being me then.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so you get 2 advantage cards then. One from Gammarad's help and one from the tools.
Okay, so I have a skill test of 1. Fantastic. Low effect again.
Yeah.
Ooh, well
You
done.
succeed without needing the advantage cards. Yeah, you smash this thing open, and coins and gems scatter everywhere.
I start scampering after some.
I'm sure they wouldn't have left this behind.
Well, I tell you what, let's take it with us, and if we find them, we can give it back to them.
As you go, sort of recollecting all the jewels, you do notice that there is this rune that keeps appearing on a lot of the jewelry. And actually, even for dwarvish stuff, this doesn't seem badly made. It seems like this is expensive stuff. But some of it is of too good a quality. It's clearly not dwarven, although that stuff doesn't have this rune on.
What we need to do is find a shop that sells books, in particular a dictionary or a phrase book for tourists. And then we can read this damn rune.
Becky, I got 2 points in heraldry and history. Would I be able to recognize the rune?
Yeah, no disadvantage on that. So just make your check.
So you can read some stuff after all.
Just heraldry stuff. For the life of me. Well, not too bad. Always a low, right?
Yeah. That is definitely a success. Fresh cards all round. So this is basically Ashad and Thum are twin cities. Ashad is the military side, Thum is the political side. This rune is synonymous with one of the elite commissar class or ruling class of Thum. So basically, this is somebody that's very high up in the party that rules over Ashad and Thum, because it's a very much a fascist state.
Okay. I put an extra point with the experience in heraldry and history.
So this is basically this is somebody that would have been in Hitler's Wolf's Lair.
Oh.
At least we got the right hair color then.
Yeah, of course I tell everybody. So apparently we are in a capo house.
So they are sealing their own currency. That is going to be hard to shift.
All right.
From what I know of dwarves, they wouldn't have left that behind. And if the door's bolted from inside, they must still be in there.
Well, as Zeev made his way out in order to rejoin you all, what he finds is that the door wasn't just locked on its way out; it was actually welded shut. You assumed barred when you were on the outside, but the door was actually welded shut, and he ends up having to go and climb out the window and scale down the wall.
You don't think they've gone underground, do you?
Well, they've gone into the city, I think. But
I was actually thinking that maybe they left to join forces with the other dwarves at the fortress they've been building.
You're in that fortress that they've just built.
Oh, then I understood shit. I'm sorry.
But if it is welded shut, then if somebody went away, came back, how did they get back in? It implies that
they didn't plan on
welded from the inside, though, wasn't it? Because we would have seen the welds on the outside otherwise.
Mm.
Yeah. So
there's only two possibilities. Either they went
yeah.
poof and they're gone, or there's some secret exit.
That's
they
what
must
I'm
have welded
thinking.
it.
Some sort of tunnel or something in a basement.
That's why I'm thinking underground, yes.
Well, let's have a look into the cellar, see if there's anything in there.
Yeah.
Okay, you do eventually find a kitchen and a larder, but let's have a dungeon environment.
Go, shoot yourself. Go.
No.
Oh.
I'm happy to do it. I've got decent cards. I don't have any skill. Just from my hand, but I do have decent cards. So
Dungeon.
I do
why is there a car in this
apologise for
kitchen?
I apologise
Uh,
completely, guys, for mentioning the fact that I didn't take it.
Didn't take what?
Dungeon.
Oh, dungeon. All right, that's fine. I've got this. In fact, no, I don't actually need to do that, do I? I can just do this. Yeah. Beat that.
I did.
Oh, you got always wins as well. No. No.
Yeah, there's no dungeon down here. You're absolutely sure of it.
Well, they just disappeared into thin air. Then can dwarves go invisible?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't feel particularly safe in remaining in this particular city.
No, you're right.
I say we duck and run.
Well,
What about this stuff? What about the gems?
well, we can take those with us.
But they
I'm
are
tempted
marked.
to
That's what
say.
I'm
I'm
saying.
tempted to say take the gems and leave the coins.
But they are all marked.
Are the gems marked as well?
So it's a box full of gems and jewelry and coins. It is a wealth box, basically. A lot of the jewelry has this particular symbol on,
Okay.
but the
We can
better
take-
stuff doesn't.
Okay.
We could take the jewels out of the.
Yeah.
It would take you a little time to sort through and decide what you're keeping, what you're not, if you were going to do that. Because
I'd like to not have this. I'd like to not have the stuff with the symbol on it.
Yeah.
Okay, you spend an hour then sorting through the box, picking out the stuff with the symbol, and getting rid of it.
We might be okay here because if all the dwarves have gone, the cities are going to be empty.
So, what do you do with the jewelry that has the symbol? Do you just toss it into the water?
We can as well leave it in the box. And then...
Oh, I thought you were taking the box with everything
no, we're
else.
taking the box. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Because they're all little gems, so it'd be tricky to kind of keep them.
Is the box going to tie us to the dwarves though? If we just take pockets full of gems and stuff, leave the box.
I mean, the box is clearly dwarven made, but it doesn't appear to have any symbology on it. They do, you can buy this kind of stuff in any cheap shop in Moraine that sells this kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't see why we can't just chuck it into the water or down a well or something.
Yeah,
Into a fountain.
You're in a lake. There's no wells here per se, but the water's quite drinkable.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you just chuck all the jewelry with the symbol on then into the lake. All right, so there you are in an abandoned harbour fortress. There is a route through to the mountain that looks like it's a little bit of a walk away. At least you assume. Well, you can see the walls leading to the mountain. You can't see the actual entrance to the mountain from here. Are you heading, proceeding with your journey after that?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So you walk to the mountain toward the city of Ashad, which is the military city side of Ashad and Thum. After a little bit of walking, the entrance basically comes into view. There's a few trees inside. It's a bit of an avenue of an approach. It kind of looks sort of quite nice. And there is one slightly elven-looking dwarf on guard at the entrance. They are wearing plate mail armor. They have a crossbow, and they have propped up on the sort of side. There is a tower shield and a halberd. He sees you coming, gets up off his chair, loads his crossbow, holds it side on, and waits for you to approach.
I'm not saying anything this time, so it's up to you.
You're our way in.
Listen, last time I said we were coming this way, we almost really went this way. Now that we actually have to, how am I supposed to bullshit him that I'm part of this Nazi society I'm not really a part of?
Because
Also,
the
how am I
only
taking you with me?
you right now you look more Aryan than any bloody dwarf usually does. If anyone can claim that they're a Nazi at this point, it's you with the long blonde hair. You are we look more Aryan than anyone. Even Zeev looks Aryan at this point.
All right, so we approach the
Ju-
man.
Just a
Ash-
meta thing here, though. You know, Ashathum does not equal Nazis. They're not going to automatically like people with blonde hair. It's just a fascist society.
But they're all blonde hair now, aren't they?
Well,
Now
it's,
you would think
most
so.
of
this,
them are.
this guy has some elven-like features. This dwarf you can see. When you get to his optimum crossbow hitting distance, he says, "What? Who comes forth?" And he says it he's speaking iambic, but the accent is very different.
Yeah, of course. My name is Gamlarad. I'm a dwarf, and I'm actually looking for my roots to see where my people come from, since I was raised somewhere else. These are my companions.
All right, I'll sort out some slave papers for them.
No,
He puts his
there's no
crossbow
need
down.
for.
What?
They're companions. There's no need for it, unless
These
of
aren't
course
your
it's been
slaves.
more like business partners.
He picks his crossbow back up and says, "In the name of the regime, I command you to leave Ashad and Thum at once."
He is. What is the word? We are his slaves. He's just very favoritist towards us
He
three.
shoots at Zeev. Having the audacity to speak to him. My God, the slave is talking. All right, crossbow.
At this point, I'm going to turn to Zeev and say, "Look, Zeev, if
Don't
you
talk as
want-
well, you fucking idiot!
I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to him."
No, I know, but you're still speaking.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the dart is
shot.
just flying
Let the
It's-
short
it's-
people
in
deal.
slow motion.
Is this going to be dodge, even though
Where's
it's
the bloody...
quite close?
No, he did stop you from approaching too close. It is definitely dodge.
Dodge.
Where the bloody hell's the crossbow? I wish I'd like. Oh, there we go. Hand. Oh, not hand.
Oh, of
crossbow,
course
proper
I get a
crossbow.
1 on the thing. Thank you so much.
Ah, there it is. There it is. What armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing leather.
Ah, nice, soft and squishy.
Ouch.
Right, it's going to have to be these then. Presumably low for me, yes.
Yeah, you're not attacking back, are you? You're evading, so yeah, it
Yeah,
would be
I'm
low.
evading. Okay.
He strikes you for a 10 with the crossbow. So, what is your vitality?
9, although I do have a damage reduction of 1.
Okay, so it is a major wound of bracket 9. That is your first major wound, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, but you now have a disadvantage card on physical actions. The crossbow basically strikes you in the shoulder. It is extremely painful.
Oh, it's brackets 10, right?
9 because of the damage
Oh, still
reduction.
9, okay.
Yeah, you've been hurt. And then he begins to... Actually, no, he chucks the crossbow down, grabs his shield, and draws an axe, actually.
Okay. I'm putting up my shield and taking out my arming sword.
I've never wanted to be your slave so badly.
I mean, you could have just let me talk a little bit more.
Well,
You are
this might-
required by the laws of the regime to leave this city at once. And do not let your slaves speak to me again.
That's what I was gonna say. Shut up, you skinny cat. May I have those papers, please? Or is it too late because of this ill-timed speaking rubbish
Well,
cat?
I'm sure with suitable compensation, any previous transgressions could be overlooked.
Oh. How much are we talking about?
He just checks over his shoulder. Says, what have you got?
What have you got?
Some of
We've
those.
got the
nice-
gems.
We
nice
spent a
gems.
whole fucking hour sorting those out.
Yeah, of course. How much are they? We're not giving everything to him.
Depends how much compensation he's willing to receive from you.
Yeah.
I take a big gem this size, just one, and toss it at him.
He picks it up from the ground and has a. Well, but you realise he kind of clocks as you're going, because you open the box presumably. Are you going to try and hide the box and the contents of the box as you do it?
With their build, hopefully helping, yes.
I mean, if you do a hide and sneak check, then if you pass
For
it, then I'll
fuck's
say he
sake.
doesn't see what you've, what you've got in the box.
Fuck. Who has it? More than one, maybe.
I have two, but I have 0 cards and an hour in my shoulder.
Hide and sneak. I have one.
I mean, I can do it, but I'd really like all the help I can get.
I can give
I've
it
got
a
a
go.
hide and sneak one, so I could assist.
Yeah, I've got hide
Okay.
and sneak.
Yeah. So three of you have got hide and sneak. So 2 of you can block the sight and grant 2 advantage cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling a 1 skill test.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't think there's need to, but maybe there will.
Well, don't-
Always a low, right?
yeah.
Always allow.
Oh,
Fuck's sake!
Oh,
2 advantage.
fuck.
we do have 2
Good.
advantage.
2 advantage, but you are wounded, so you're carrying a disadvantage. So it translates to 1 advantage card,
Yes.
and it doesn't help.
Fuck! Oh.
Jesus Christ.
The cards have been really, really bad for us tonight.
That was
We've
close.
lost all the
well,
gems.
That was close.
I think that would maybe cover the cost of the crossbow bolt, but there's also the personal offence you caused, and then of course you're going to have to pay for the 3 slave dockets. So if you've got another 4 of them,
I, of course, take out the equivalent
Mm.
of the 4 is asking.
yeah, and it actually sort of works out like that's a sizable chunk of your loot pot here. But you hand them over, and he does write up 3 slave dockets. So it says these are good up as far as the branding station.
No, I'm sorry, Becky, I didn't get what you said.
These are
branding
good
station.
as far as the branding station.
As far as the... Oh.
Yeah, to be branded.
Oh. Oh, no.
These will get you that far.
And which way? Beyond.
Through the tunnel.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We are
Don't spend them
really
all at once.
So you make your way into the tunnel heading towards the city of Ashad. And we'll pick up with that next week.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now
Okay,
he's
now
happy
Z.
to be a dwarf.
I didn't really think the branding part.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Sorry for your butt cheeks.
So basically, you're entering through a tunnel that's been carved all the way deep into the mountain. It's lit by occasional braziers as you go down, and it is big enough for wagons of goods to be transported through. So it's actually quite a sizable tunnel. But we'll deal with the other end of it next week.
Just to clarify that it's being lit by braziers and not braziers, because they're very different.
You already told this joke once in
It's-
mass.
no,
I did.
it needed saying again.
Yes, but I didn't get it the first time. You explained it to me, and then I forgot the explanation. So I'm still here, not understanding the joke.
I'm not sure which thing Zeev is more pissed off about, the fact that he's about to be branded in the arse or how many gems we've lost because Gamlered couldn't just roll with the fact that we were slaves.
I don't think they brand us in the ass because
I mean, you basically
Where have you got the arse from?
spoke up because I could even think of a reply to that.
I don't think they're gonna brand us in the armor. So it has to be somewhere that can be seen.
I hope that tattoos exist in AFA. Because there's no way I'm going to be going around with a brand on me for the rest of my 800 years.
On the
yeah.
on the upside, if
Well, if
if
you
your
behave,
if your fur actually grows back in again, it's going to hide it.
Are you hearing this? If you behave.
yeah, I'm not saying
What
the
are you, my
brand.
dom?
I'm not saying the brander that my rune is shaped like a penis.
I'm
This is a new side I've never seen of you, Giorgio. Wow.
I'm just embracing the Saturday night game.
All right,
I'm
I'll end the
just
stream
going with the
here.
flow.
So,
Yes.
thanks to our audience member who's been with us throughout. Don't know who it is because few left, and whoever they are, they haven't said hello in chat. But bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
And we'll see you next week.
Of course.